What's up, guys? Welcome to another Storyteller YouTube video. And in this video, I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of Facebook ad copy. So for this Facebook ad copy, we did it for a landscaping company and we did 3 different variations of the copy. I'm going to show you guys what makes a good ad copy. We're going to break down the numbers to see what the audience likes. So this gives you a good idea on whenever you structure your ad copy to see how you want to start it off and how you want to word it differently. There's a lot of ways to word ad copy. This is specifically for a landscaping company. So if you're a home service-based business, you could copy this type of structure, but for anybody running ads out there, it'll be a good general rule of thumb of things to think about whenever you're writing your ad copy. And you can use tools like ChatGPT really to help you refine it, but don't trust it all the way too much. Trust me, like it hasn't worked that well. Sometimes you need a little bit of refining because there's certain pain points that ChatGPT won't pick up on in a specific demographic and area that you need to highlight in that ad copy. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, guys, so this is the ad copies we did for this landscaping company. And in one of my previous other videos, I showed you actually this video. I broke down this video right here. I've been doing very well. And this is the copy we did for this video. So I did how many? Wow, 4 different versions. I didn't even use AI for this. I'll break down the headlines here too. And I use one AI, one here. So all right, let's get right into the ad copy for this. So the first one, so really what all of these is really the same. The only thing different here probably is like the start of it, right? So everything else would be like, let us handle the hard labor, and then our services include. That's all going to be in the body, and it's always going to probably end with the same call to action, CTA. So click the link below to reserve your spot. Let's look at this one. Probably the same thing here. Yeah, so they're really all the same. It's really just the beginning that's different. So we don't really, okay, so this was the only different CTA. So it's right here. Click the link below to reserve your spot if you are someone who wants to take away your stress of spring cleanup. And we'll go into the results and how everything has been performing. All right, so right here, the first one, need help with spring cleanup and your garden beds. So boom. It tells people like what the service is, and it adds the emojis too. So you don't want to do we don't want to do it with overkill on the emojis, but I added it here because it adds a little bit of flavor into it, and it adds some sort of personality. So it helps add some personality, and it helps you stand out too. So let us handle the hard labor spring cleanup, and again, you're highlighting like, oh, hard labor, you don't want to do it. Right, anybody who doesn't want to do it, and then boom, services include. So that's one way to start it. Another way, the second one we did was say goodbye to lawn care in the next 30 days. So kind of like how I broke down the other video that you guys saw. This one right here is like you're promoting urgency and someone who doesn't really like to take care of lawn care, right? So due to this spring season being a short one, and they're being booked in advance. So now we're promoting the urgency, promoting that FOMO, basically like, hey, like you might miss your chance. And then boom, again, the same body. So really, again, starting with the same thing here. Fresh motion, beautiful yards. Due to the spring season being a shorter one. Okay. Now, honestly, like when I look at this one, I have a feeling this one might not be that good because, kind of like someone's looking at like, all right, who cares, right? Whatever. But I feel like this one is more urgency, right? More personality, more emotional here. But yeah, that was just the different beginning. And then, are you a homeowner here in Maryland feeling overwhelmed with the mess when they were left behind? So now, none of these were to Maryland homeowners specifically, even though the ad is running in Maryland, but we wanted just to highlight that here, and then boom, we added an emoji here. Let us handle the hard labor. And then everything else is the same except for that CTA. So did 4 ad copies right here. ChatGPT helped a little bit, but I had to do some refining, especially, with the beginning part of it. And obviously, the services, not every landscaping company does the same service. So we got to be careful what you put here, because they're like, hey, in your text it said, you do this, but then if they don't do that, then that's where you really have to kind of go and refine it. You can't take everything from ChatGPT because they don't exactly know. So you have to go in there before you get in trouble if you promote something that you can't do. I didn't use any of these text variations just because I used 4 of these, so I didn't want to overdo overkill. Now with the headlines, it's really just here in the Facebook ad where it says book your spring cleanup today. So we added the emojis and telling them the call to action, get your yard spring ready. Very, very simple, like a catchphrase headline to what the ad is. Say goodbye to lawn care in the next 30 days. That's really how it started here. Sometimes I'll grab like the beginning piece and I'll put it as the headline just to make it very simple. And then spring cleanup made easy with no emojis. So one is just to leave it like that. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual results from this. So let's do a breakdown here on dynamic creative, and that is through the text. Okay. So what do we have here? All right. So we got until February 3rd. We started running around mid-February until April 3rd. So let's go here. See how it's done over time. All right. Cool. So right here, we could see the text, spring cleanup made easy, and book your spring cleanup today and get your yard spring ready. So these right here are like the headlines. So actually, let me see if I could just put the headline here instead of, let's look at the headline first. Those last 3 that we did, like the punchline, right? Over time. So what converted well? What did, so just off the bat, book your spring cleanup today sucked. 1 click. Click-through rate 0.29. Here you want to be 0.8 or above. This headline is terrible. Actually, I have to take this out because I want the money to spend on these two. Well, especially right here. Say goodbye to lawn care in the next 30 days. So that urgency is what people like about this ad. And this is what's making them click. Look how this one performs to the rest of them. This one is okay. It had a higher click-through rate, but this one converted more. All right, so let's see if there's any leads that came from any of these. Let's see. So wow, look at that reach, 9,000 compared to 1,600. So this headline itself got 42 leads. Say goodbye to lawn care to next 30 days. This one got 7 leads. This one got 0. So this one, this headline here that promoted urgency completely blew these two out the water. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual text now. So these 3 right here are going to be the headlines. So I don't know why it shows the headline text. So all right, so 1, 2. So these are you a homeowner in Maryland? Fresh mulch. Say goodbye to lawn care the next 30 days. Need help with spring cleanup. So these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here is what we're going to look at. These numbers. So let's look at these numbers and see, what people are liking the most. So right here, wow, say goodbye to lawn care. Like this one is just killing it, man. People love this one. Oops. They like the urgency. So that FOMO is really getting this. So they're getting 258 clicks, 1.13% click-through rate, which again, 0.8% is the average. If you're over that, you're doing good. And they'll need help with spring cleanup and your garden beds. Not doing that great. Are you a homeowner in Maryland? So people actually like this one, but it's not getting that many clicks. People are liking this one, but they're not really clicking as much as here. So let's see how this one has done through the leads. How many leads that one has gone? This is 42. So boom, that one, say goodbye to lawn care the next 30 days, 31 results. 7 from here, 6 from here, and 2, right? And then 1. Okay. So not bad. I mean, yeah, so this clearly, this one right here, say goodbye to lawn care the next 30 days is what people like. So now we know with this company, right? Anytime we run ads in the future, we know that we need to promote that we could get this done for you in 30 days, or that spots are filling up. I mean, granted, they are a very busy company, but now we know how the behavior and the psychological factors are online, because the traditional marketing is going to be different than the digital marketing. The digital marketing side of it, it shows us, the numbers don't lie. It shows us that what people like and what they're clicking on. So this one has, converted very well. And really that's going to be our strategy going forward, just to always make sure that we promote urgency, with obviously always an emotional touch behind it, in which my other video explained exactly how we mixed emotion and urgency to that video to attract more clients. So as you guys saw, the numbers don't lie. You have to test out and see which headline and which text is doing the best and which ones are people reacting to. The more people click on it, the more that they're viewing it, the more leads you're gonna get. It's literally shown to you right there. So the main thing that you wanna do from anybody, even if you're not in the home service-based business or in landscaping, the general rule of thumb here is that tying in the emotion and urgency matters whenever you're running an ad. But that's with the ad copy, that's with the creative. You want to make sure you promote like, hey, like we can get this done for you in this amount of time, because most people value time more than money. So if you can get that to them in a specific amount of time, they're going to be more drawn to you. So right there through the text, it clearly shows that anytime that we promote ads, we don't need to overthink it or overcomplicate it. We're going to make sure that we lead with urgency, and we're going to add our emotional ties to it. So if you found this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.